Hi everyone. I just wanted to thank you so much for your hard work last night. What a great class. I really enjoyed working with you. As we went over last night, we talked about culturally responsive pedagogy. Just kind of a recap real quick. We, of course, read the Big Box book and then talked about cooperative learning groups. We had some disability presentations. We discussed the 504 plan and what to do with unique students, like students who have ADD or ADHD or gifted and talented students, and how we can meet their needs. We discussed culturally responsive pedagogy. This is Geneva Gay's elements of that, but then also what we can do as teachers. And then we talked about the multicultural standards, and this is from the Council for Exceptional Children. And here is the other professional organization that I recommended. This one is for all educators, special ed, general ed, global educators, everything. And it's the American Educational Research Association. And you can come onto their website. You can see they even have a graduate students reduced price, which is also really nice. And then also, let me just bring you to the the Council for Exceptional Children. You can see here as well. And I'm sorry, I just didn't mention this last night, but they also have special memberships for students. So it's a reduced price. And like I said, you can sign up for the emails and everything else. So they've got like special topics in special ed, and you can keep abreast of all of the important things that are going on in education. Just to recap, we talked about intersectionality and the fact that as special educators, we are constantly dealing with all sorts of different elements and classifications when we work with our students and also when we look at ourselves, and that there's all sorts of different forms of oppression, and that these are facilitated by wherever we're positioned within society. So these are just important things to keep in mind as you are working with your students and as you're growing yourself as an educator, a culturally responsive educator at that. We talked about the hidden curriculum, and kind of took a look at whether our lesson plans may have been Eurocentric, and whether we had come up with creative ways to ensure that we were acknowledging and welcoming, being invitational to all students within our classroom. Then we talked about how to make our lesson plans more culturally responsive, and you can see I fixed the typos. So now it does say Beyond Heroes. And then we worked on our cooperative learning group activity, where we broke down some sort of activity that we could do for different subject areas and different levels. And Angelina is going to present next week. And then we talked about the SIOP observations that are due this week. And remember, for the SIOP observation, you're going to fill in all this top area. Then you're going to fill in each the Likert type scale of highly evident to no evidence for all of the different sections. And then remember the comments section. And either you can handwrite on here and just take a picture of this document and upload the picture, or if you want to add another page where you type up all the comments for each section, then you can do that as well. It's up to you. But make sure that you fill out both sides and really think about how the teacher is meeting all of the different observations, elements of the protocol, or if there's any area for improvement. And then I also wanted to share with you, so I took all of the results from the feedback that you gave me in the surveys that I had you do at the end of class. And I just wanted to share with you some of the results. So when I asked you how much did you, and I've got two ways of presenting this. I've got this chart here, or you can just look here. You can see how much did you learn from the groups, and most of you said quite a bit. A few of you said just a little bit. Most of you participated in the discussion. A few of you said that you didn't, and most of you enjoyed the discussion. One person said that they did not. I apologize. One person said that they did just a little bit. Actually, all of you were quite positive about the group discussion, so that's pretty exciting. As far as effectiveness, how effective was the group in allocating time and getting work accomplished? Most of you said that you were very effective or somewhat effective. Nobody says you were barely or not at all, so that's great. You guys did a great job working in the cooperative learning groups. And then just elements of behavior. So you can see these are all the green ones are the positive and the white ones are the negative. And you can see for most of you, actually all of you said that you asked and gave info, and you all said that you asked and answered questions, and you asked for and gave examples. And then most of you said you encouraged and supported others' ideas. Some of the ones where there was a little bit less was monitoring time, redirecting groups to return on task, things like that. And then you reported that half of you reported that others asked and gave reactions to you. So you can see just kind of how it felt. I noticed that not everybody circled the behaviors on the discussion on the evaluation page. So there you can see that there's not as much data for the others as there are for the self. So that's one of the areas where the data is a little bit skewed. Then as a learning experience, I'd like to evaluate the discussion, and you can see that most of you said it was good, some of you two said it was average, and the other two said it was excellent. And then the reasons for this: listening to others' perspectives and ideas, that there were times where the group had a rich conversation connected to our topic, which were more interesting and informative, but ultimately straight off topic. That you liked the input and presentation from every group. The activity was fun, interactive, and highly effective. Our group was able to come up with great ideas while encouraging and supporting each other. I liked how the group got to work and learn from each other. Participation was not equal. I was talking too much and did not offer more chances for others. We work well together, which highly promotes our learning, sharing ideas, hearing different perspectives. So you can see there was different examples on that. Next was, what if any aspects of your own behavior do you need to change to be more effective as a group member? Stay on topic, be more open to others, stay focused, be present, put everything else outside aside. I was talking too much and did not offer more chances for others, be a better active listener without interrupting, and then another, stay on task. What, if any, aspects of other group members' behavior do you need to change to be more effective as a group? And I saw more enthusiasm, staying on task, and there's two people that wrote that. That's why that's twice. All should participate, more enthusiasm, energy, place electronic devices away. So that's actually a good reminder. As I mentioned in the first class, I'm okay with you having electronic devices out for emergencies and whatnot, but please be respectful of the learning of all people and within the class. And then what, if any, aspects did the instructor do that facilitated effective learning? Circulating guided questions, plenty of time to have discussions, walked around monitoring, instructions were clear, gave clear instructions, walked around and jumped into discussions to help focus, provide time and limits and clear objectives before the task, provide thoughtful, provoking material. What, if any, instructors inhibited the effectiveness, rushed us, I'm not sure, and then everybody else said kind of NA or none. And what, if anything, should the instructor do or not do to improve the quality of the whole class discussion? And walk around monitor, none, I enjoyed it. Consider reducing the amount of topics and rate at which you switch back and forth between them. The read aloud, not everyone participated and was engaged, only during the discussion. I think we skipped the second question during the discussion. Make instructions of activities more clear, additional time, provide time limits and clear objectives before the task, provide thought-provoking material. So this was actually, I couldn't tell which question they were trying to answer that last answer with. So as you can see, there's positive, there's more critical, there's all across the board, and that was from our class last night using the cooperative learning groups. So finally, just what's next. I have asked you to read the Jensen, and I'm sorry it's sideways, but you can see it's engaged to build cognitive capacity is the chapter that I want you to read there, and it's got a lot of really great strategies. And then also the trauma response in the classroom book, and this is trauma, how to teach children with trauma to learn. So both of those, or read Helping Traumatized Children Learn, sorry. So you need to read both of those. And then also, if you haven't done so already, read the Funds of Identity article that I gave you to read last week, because that will really help you in thinking about and making sure that your class next week is as impactful as possible. And please don't forget to turn in your SIAP veteran teacher observation. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. You can see that here, I uploaded the edited or the revised with the spelling errors taken out, PowerPoint. I have the 2 articles that you're supposed to be reading there. I put the survey and the culturally responsive survey that we did last night, and then also the culturally cooperative learning evaluation, and then of course the results that I just went over from the evaluation. So all of those are there, and you'll be uploading your teacher SIAP observation here. I hope you have a great week. Take care.